This is Citizenkong, and I'm proud to announce that I'm up to 4 subscribers. That is DRSNK, the best source for radio talk show clips, the very learned Stoneman 1982, the challenging Shock Treatment Head, and my latest subscriber, the controversial K Monito. Well, the gay bomb has been a very funny news story that has appeared in the paper and on other news sources. And it only serves to make our country look more silly to the rest of the world. Part of what fascinates me about this story is that people have the notion that people can turn gay. There are folks that are convinced, such as Mike Savage, that there is a purple mafia out there, gay people actively recruiting, and pretty soon we'll all be gay. Well, I don't think the gayness is learned. And I don't know, maybe they should do an experiment, make straight people watch lots of gay porn. I think if I watched gay porn, I don't think it would make me turn gay. All right, I'm going to touch on something that was pretty controversial to the Christian right, and it was the Kinsey scale. Now, Kinsey was a guy back in the 50s. They made a movie about him starring Liam Neeson. And he did some controversial surveys on sexuality. Some Christian organizations feel that these surveys were immoral. But anytime the church gets mixed, especially the Christian church, gets mixed up in anything sexual, there are problems. They see problems in it. But anyway, I mean, science. So he came up with a scale that went from 0 to 6, and the last one, X, being asexual. And what he is subscribing to, the notion, is that we are all on one end of the scale. 0 being exclusively heterosexual, 6 being exclusively homosexual. And most of us exist somewhere between the middle. Number 3 being equally heterosexual and homosexual, or bisexual. Number 1, or 0, or number 1 being predominantly heterosexual, or only incidentally homosexual. So there's a lot of like college frat boys and guys in the Navy that I think probably have experimented, but once they were through it, it was just a phase, you know? As far as whether there should be gay marriage, I'll admit, the first time I pondered the subject, it seemed like a big joke. You know, like 2 men or 1 man dressed like a bride, or, you know, or 2 women and, you know, 1 dressed like the groom, or both wearing bride's gowns. And I mean, it's been fodder for a lot of, you know, comedic type stuff, you know. But the more I think about it, you know, we have to take this seriously. I've come to the conclusion that marriage is a contract, a very important contract. For most, God is a witness to that contract, and it is this contract that helps stabilize our society. It was created, I believe, to hold the family together, to see that the woman and the children were taken care of. Otherwise, that rogue male would just run off and leave them. So the marriage contract was something that bound him there, made him not take off. But the world is changing. Women are out there in the work field, you know, they're earning money. There's modern conveniences. They don't need a big strong man to move stuff around. They can always hire somebody. So they're more independent. And when it comes right down to it, women really don't need a man if they don't want one. And believe me, that bothers me. Back for the good old days. My father found a woman who needed him. Anyway, the nature of marriage has changed. Gay people need a contract so that they can be protected by the laws the same as the rest of us. And the country is changing. Attitudes are changing towards gay marriage. Here's a quote from the New York Times a couple days ago. They were going through this thing in Massachusetts again, whether to revote this thing, and they interviewed an old woman who previously would have been against gay marriage. And this is what she said. Let's see, woman asked me to put it on the ballot for a vote, but since then, a lovely couple came. Okay, never mind that. All right, this is Ms. Cassandra. She said, and she's talking about the gay couple that moved in next door. They helped me with my lawn, and if there can't be marriage, gay marriage in Massachusetts, they'll leave, and they can't help me with my lawn. So a lot of people that were against this before have had gay couples move in, lesbians or men, and and seeing that they're not too different from the rest of us. They want a happy home, and they want somebody to come home to. And you know what? I'm not going to go looking in their bedrooms, and I don't want them looking in mine. So I say live and let live. This is Citizen Kong. Sorry if I went on too long. All right, cheers.